Hello my dear students, once again most welcome back in my YouTube channels. Today's I brought one new topics of this class 12 physics chapter number 2. Our chapter number 2 is there electrostatics, potential and capacitance. Right? We have to discuss in previous lecture, right, how to define the electric potential difference, and one derivation we have to already done over there, electric potential at a point charge, right? And those students just missed that video, please you have to go through in my channel, just type electric potential and potential difference by David Nagwar. Easily you will get that video, and most of the students not watch chapter number 1, that one also please go through in my YouTube channels and just type electric charge and field by David Nagwar. Easily you will get all that videos of chapter number 1, because in this chapter some concept, that means 90% concept are using over there from chapter number 1. That's it. I am saying to you, please go through and watch that video. Then after that you have to come over here. Without clearing the concept of chapter number 1, you will be not able to understand this chapter. Okay? And most of the students are watching my videos but not subscribing this channel. Please you have to subscribe this channel for the next notification, right? And this is online class for you. Please subscribe this one. Let's see how to derive this electric potential due to a dipole. We have already discussed in chapter number 1 about the dipole, right? There are 3 cases, right, to derive the electric dipole due to. There are 3 cases how to derive this one, electric potential due to a dipole. Number 1 on axial point, okay. Number 2 equatorial point, and number 3 point it will be anywhere, right? This was 3 cases on axial point. That means we have to take a point. We wish to find the electric potential due to dipole, and that point it should be number 1 on axial point on dipole, right? And second is equatorial point. That means on that point we have to find the potential. That point it should be perpendicular or equatorial to the dipole, right? And third is point will be anywhere, right? Number 1 we have to take. That means here we have to take some first our dipole. This is dipole, right? This is minus q, a, b point our dipole, there is plus q, right? This is our 2L. That means O is the origin of this dipole, origin or midpoint, okay? Midpoint, that means this distance O to B, that is the L, O to A, that is the L, that means 2A, right? And we are going to find the potential at P point, okay? This P point will have to just access on this dipole. That means suppose this distance R, O to P distance R, that means our OB distance is L. That's why our this distance will be point B to P, right? Point B to P, it will be, here is the L, this R minus this distance, then this will get, right? That's the R minus L. R minus L, distance between our this one D to P distance, right? And next is A to P distance. For that one, R plus L. Okay, this one. This is the number one. Number one cases we are going to find on axial. Okay, that means here potential due to minus Q charge. Potential at P due to minus Q charge. That means we can write over here V minus Q, right? Potential due to minus Q charge. Potential at P due to minus Q charge. That means over here our potential we have already find out at potential is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q is the charge divided by R. This was our formula of the potential. On that formula we have to use. This will be same. There is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q is minus Q. Okay, charge is minus, that's the minus Q, divided by, in place of distance we have to take, that means A to P, right? R plus L. R plus L, right? And similarly potential due to plus Q charge, that means V plus Q. Okay, that means here will be same 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q is plus on this point, Q divided by distance from B to P, that is R minus L. R minus L. Okay, total potential at P due to this dipole, right? Total potential at P due to dipole, right? That means D minus Q plus V plus Q, right? These are the two potential. That means we have to add this one. First we have to write this one V plus Q minus D minus dq. V plus Q, that means this one 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q is there divided by R minus L. There is plus, here is minus, right? This term will be minus, that's here I am writing minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by R plus L, right? V, here some term is common, that means Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught is common. That's why we are taking Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught is common. 1 by R minus L, minus is there, 1 by R plus L. Okay, this one we have to solve this one, right? Then our potential is Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught we have to solve this one, that means R minus L to whole square, A minus B into A plus B, that is A square minus B square. In terms we can write over here. Okay, we have to divide this one, this term from this R minus L, then R minus L term will be cancelled out, R plus will be remain, that will be multiplied with this one, right? R plus L, minus is there, minus. Okay, this term we have to divide it from this one, then R plus L term will be cancelled out, this R minus L term will be multiplied over here, R minus L. Okay. After that, we have to solve over here. Our potential is equal to q by 4 pi epsilon naught. We have to write as it is. Here r plus l minus, we have to open that bracket, r minus minus plus will be there, okay, divided by r square minus l square, okay. Some term is going to cancel out, that means this r is plus, l is minus, that way it will cancel out. After that, q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught, here l 2l divided by r square minus l square, right? 2ql, that is our electric dipole moment, that is the P, right? We have already discussed in chapter number 1, divided by 4 pi epsilon naught, there r square minus l square, okay. Here one term is there. Suppose small dipole r square is much greater than l square, can neglect it, right? L square term we can neglect it. Our potential on that here, P divided by 4 pi r square will come, right? This is the final for the potential at P point, and that point will have to in axis on that dipole, right? This P is the electric dipole moment, that means P is equal to 2ql, okay, this one. I hope you have to understood this one, okay. Next, our equatorial point. On equatorial point, right? That means this point will have in equatorial, that means perpendicular. Suppose this is the R, right? This is the center of dipole. We wish to find the potential at P point. This P point will have to that perpendicular, equatorial, that is perpendicular on this dipole. That's it. This one, our PB distance, this one. Here is the our L, okay. L is there. This one also L, okay. L. Our this distance PB is equal to, there is base, this is perpendicular, then hypotenuse, that means for this distance will be L square plus R square. Hypotenuse, this is same, that means L square plus R square. Suppose making the angle between this one, theta, right? Here also theta. Then hypotenuse, that means here, over here AP is equal to BP. This one equal to root over L square plus R square, right? Potential at P, okay. Total potential at P is equal to, that means our V minus Q charge plus Q charge, potential at T due to plus Q charge, this one, okay, plus potential at P due to minus Q charge. Here our potential of this one, that means 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, Q is plus Q divided by, we have already learned this one, potential is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, Q divided by R. In the distance we have to take this one, okay. Both are equal, root over L square plus R square, and here is the plus, and due to minus Q charge, right? That means 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Q is minus, that's why here we can write the minus Q. Distance is same, okay. Root over L square minus plus R square, okay. There is plus and this is minus, that will be 0. That means our potential will be 0 on this case.